Does Daniel Dubois have any chance against Anthony Joshua? Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to Edson. I hope you're well. If you know what to do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So we're approaching the mega fight card this weekend. AJ against Daniel Dubois. Who's gonna win? Does Daniel Dubois have any chance against AJ? Is he going to shock the world? But the first and foremost, I just want to talk about the undercard. Some great fights there. Some great fights. It's a shame, unfortunately, that Liam Smith had to pull out. He's got a viral infection against Josh Kelly, because that was one of the fights I was really looking forward to. I'm really not sure what I should make of Chamberlain against Padley. I've got to say, it'd be an interesting game. Chamberlain has put on some decent displays. He's one of Turkey Al-Sheikh's favourite fighters, you know, strangely enough. But there we go. So that'd be an interesting fight there. Really looking forward. I'm really looking forward to the undercard of this, I've got to say. So well done to everybody who's put this together. And this is what we can expect from, you know, the Saudi fight cards, the Riyadh season fight cards. Of course, we know that now. Buatsi against Hutchinson. Again, this is going to be a corker, an absolute corker. If I was to pick a fight from the undercard to be the fight of the night, this is going to be it. This would be the one to watch. And again, I'm going to go for a Hutchinson win on this one. I think he might do really well. Obviously, he did great last time out. And Buatsi, stylistically, this could be the fight of the night, I've got to say. So fantastic. Certainly the fight of the undercard. Then I look at Kakachi against Josh Warrington as well, and I think, wow, that's an amazing fight as well. So again, I really can't pick a winner out of these two. I'm going to go for a Kakachi winner there, just purely on mileage and age and things like that. But you know, again, this would be a great brawl as well. And again, Liam Smith against Josh Kelly, I was really looking forward to that. I was going to go for a Josh Kelly win on that again, but really unfortunate that Liam Smith has had to pull out, but also had to miss out on this opportunity. I don't know how this works out for Josh Kelly. They're not going to get somebody else in at short notice, of course, and they're not going to be able to plug that gap in the undercard either. So, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? The main support, if you like, to AJ Dubois is Denny against Shiraz. Again, cracking fight. I really can't call this one. I'm going to go with Shiraz, more based on name and what I've seen. I've seen him more than I've seen Denny. I've got to say, I'll hold my hands up on that one. But as I say, I'll go with that. Really looking forward to this. But as I say, the fight that I'm really looking forward to is Buatsi against Hutchinson. I think it's going to be a corker. But again, Kakachi against Warrington. I'm looking forward to that one as well, I got to say. But Joshua against Dubois. This is the main point in this video. I've kind of made my thoughts known about. I think Joshua's going to win this, and the reasons why, and the way he's changed, and the Davison as well. He's more clinical now, and I've given my piece about that. But actually, when you kind of think about it, Dubois is a real threat here, and this is when it comes to what I call champion's choice or king's choice. When I was talking about Canelo in the previous video, you say, well, you know, if you reach a certain status, a certain elevated status in boxing, you know, you won world titles, you know, you're a massive name, then you kind of pick and choose who you fight against. So let's just face it, if Dubois wasn't the IBF world champion, AJ wouldn't be fighting him. He wouldn't be fighting because, one, there's too much risk and there's no reward. But the reward is there because he could become 3-time world champion, becoming the IBF world heavyweight champion, of course. So this is where I'm at with it. I think, well, it's a real risk, and any heavyweight can be a real risk. In fact, any boxer in any way can be a real challenge, a real risk. If you catch your opponent right, that's it, it's game over. But especially, as we know, in the heavier weights, especially in heavyweights, but you could say light heavy, cruiser, Bridger, if you want to use that, but into the heavyweights, and especially into the heavier heavyweights. One big blow, that's it. It could be good night Vienna. So there's a real risk here. There's a real risk for AJ here. There's obviously a real risk for Daniel Dubois as well. Both are heavy hitters. Both are going to go on the front foot, especially Daniel Dubois. He's going to go on the front foot. I think AJ is going to have to box clever. And if Daniel Dubois just kind of throws caution to the wind, as he kind of has done in the last couple of fights, especially against Hrgovic, where he was getting clipped himself, but he kept on coming forward, and he shows that resilience that he has shown, then yeah, he could be a real problem. He could be a real problem for AJ. Now, if he wins Daniel Dubois, he will retain his IBF world champion, but I think we can all agree this will be a shock. This will be a shock victory This will be a monumental victory for Daniel Dubois. This will be the biggest victory of his career. This will be the biggest fight of his career. I know he went in with Usyk, right? But nobody was expecting him to win. I was even surprised that he even got the opportunity to fight at Usyk. But this is the biggest fight of his career, no doubt. And the biggest crowd, no doubt. So he's going to be feeling the pressure a lot more. So when you stack all these things there, you got to favourite AJ. But Daniel Dubois, if he can block all that out, if his team have been able to work on him mentally so he can block all the noise out and just focus on who's in front of him and just go with his own game plan and being able to resist AJ's shots as well, because he leaves himself wide open. That's the problem with Dubois. He just leaves himself wide open, but he's heavy-handed. And he's just going to keep on coming forward. He's going to go head down as well, and he might get in trouble with the ref as well. Don't discount that as well. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Of course, this is a kind of prediction, but it's a real danger, and this is a real danger for all these champions or ex-champions, big names, trying to take on lesser names, because there's nothing in there for. There's a lot of risk. Because any boxer can have his day, right? Rocky can have his day, but anybody can have their day in the sun, and then they can turn the lights out on a champion. That's why it doesn't really happen. It doesn't really happen until somebody's made up their name, they've built up a reputation, they got wins, and then it becomes financially viable for both of these two big names to come together. But you very rarely see a really big name against a small name, because there's risk there, but there's no reward. And this is where I'll put this fixture, or this match, this boxing match, this fight in that kind of arena, if you like. There's a lot of risk for AJ to fight Dubois, a very tangible risk. Dubois could easily win this, could easily put AJ under pressure, and if he clocks him, it could be good night. It could bring back all the Andy Ruiz, it could bring back all the Usyk, trials and tribulations. But if he clocks him, he could be in real trouble. But the reward is, because he can get another world title, 3 times world champion. This is massive, massive, massive risk, but massive reward as well. But I still think AJ's going to win. But Daniel Dubois, I tell you what, if he just sticks with what he does best, just ignoring the noise, just going in there, just punching, and just accepting he's going to get punched. If he can resist that punishment from AJ, then he's got a real chance. He's got a bigger chance than anybody would ever give him before, I would say. But this fight, and being a no illusion, my opinion is this fight is only being made because the IBF is on the line. That's it. Otherwise, AJ would not be fighting Dubois. No, because Dubois didn't have the name. He doesn't have the credo to come up and fight an AJ. He doesn't. The only reason he's got that is because he's got the IBF belt. That's it. AJ should be fighting Usyk. AJ should be fighting Fury. That's the league he's in, right? Daniel Dubois is in another league. He's 27 years old. He's going to build up to be at that top table in that league. But right now, no, he's not there. But he could soon be. If he beats AJ, he'll be right up there. He'll be right up there. And look, who's to say that he can't go in against Usyk and go in against Fury and really challenge them and put them to the sword as well? But, does Usyk or Fury really want to fight Dubois? I really can't see it. I really can't see it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But Dubois can definitely win this. Could definitely win it. No doubt. If AJ's complacent, I said this in a previous video, Dubois can win this. If AJ's complacent, if he doesn't box clever, if he makes mistakes and he gets clipped by Dubois, heavy-handed Dubois, he could easily lose. And it will shock the world. This result will shock the world if it goes in Dubois' favour. If it goes in AJ's favour, I think people will say, yeah, job done. That's what we expected. That's what the world wants to see, because we want to see AJ Fury. We want to see AJ Usyk as well, and in a final couple of fights in AJ's career. It's kind of written on the stars, or written on the wall, as it were, on the planner from Turkey Al Sheikh to go in that direction. But if Dubois upsets the show, then all of a sudden that all crumbles away. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. And I will catch you again in another video coming very soon. Bye now.